So spiritual court, you might hear things about spiritual court. Spiritual court is for only for people who have contracts or basically have sold their souls to spirits. So once you sell your soul to spirits, you're essentially governed by them. You know, so the spiritual court that they have to answer to is spirits playing a role in their reality because they gave the spirits that power. They sold their souls to and under contract with spirits. People of the light, people that are ascended, people that are upright, people that are evolved, the spiritual court does not apply to us. The universe governs us. God's universe judges us, not spiritual court. So yeah, that doesn't apply to us. It only applies to people who have opened themselves up to essentially sold their souls and are in contracts with spirit. So not only did they give spirits the power to dictate their realities, but they also still have to answer to universal law as well. So universal law is the only law that can send them to purgatory and they can't live any more lifetimes. Universal law is the only law that can do that, but spiritual law can affect them in other ways, you know, that affects their reality. So they opened themselves up or sold themselves to spirits that they gave control to over their lives, sold their souls essentially. And they still have to be judged, or they are still judged by universal law and karma at the same time. So that's double, you know, the trouble. So one experience that I had with spiritual court was on my twin flame journey. That was the only experience I had, but it was interesting. So if you watch my twin flame journey video, you don't know what I'm talking about. Like it's when I explained a tarot reader that was my twin flame's friend that was trying to line me up, play me out of position with him. You know, they were all in cahoots, a bunch of people. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But during my twin flame journey, she did a reading, and in a reading she was talking about, like, it was like a spiritual court hearing. So they went through the whole thing, I guess, talking about his karmic, talking about him, went through a whole court hearing in the reading, saying at the end of the reading, she basically closed it out for saying that the spirits decided, you know, that he was guilty, they were guilty, and that, you know, I can trust him. I watched that reading and paid it dust because I'm like, my intuition was telling me, like, that don't have nothing to do with me, and I damn sure can't trust his ass. So I paid it dust, left him in the dust, and moved on my journey. But that's another example of how spiritual court does not apply to people of the light, ascended, and in my case, evolved people. It was foolishness. And I paid it no mind, and I turned out A-okay. And I'm still in alignment. I'm still on path. My karma is A1, and I paid that spiritual court bullshit no mind. Because the spirits are actually trying to play the role of the universe here on earth. And they don't rule over me. They make no decisions in my life. I don't care what judgment they came around to. I'm like, whatever. And I ignored it and kept it pushing. So I have experience with that, and I'm letting you know that, yes, it does not apply to you. As long as you are in good standing with the universe, you are A-okay. Don't worry about spiritual courts or spirits in general. They don't rule you. You are a spirit. Actually, you're just in a vessel, and you outrank them. They can't tell you what to do or nor run your life.
It's a wrap for you, baby.